you have to learn from someone.
Yeah.
It doesn't, even if you go through university, you have to be taught by a lecturer. If you go to a college, there's a lecturer. If you go direct to the market, there's an engineer. If you just decide to go to a boot camp, there are technical mentors. So on this specific episode, we're going to discuss is you learning code from a boot camp worth it?
Yeah.
What does it mean, and how does it impact your coding skills? And what does it mean essentially? And is it important, and is it worth it? Welcome to Coding Life's podcast, and of course with the mics. So on this specific podcast, we normally discuss things to do with tech news, emerging technologies, and new ways of doing things, and also existing ways of doing things. Not only new ways of doing things, we usually even discuss the way things are done based on our experiences and based on the experiences we've observed from our peers and maybe from other guys. So on the previous episode, we had a conversation on personal growth mindset, which is key to software programming. You have to have the grit, which greatness requires internal toughness. You have to be tough, and you have to pick out the positives in everything you do. So on this specific segment, it's a special segment where we're going to discuss where it all starts. As much as we on the previous episodes, we talked about HTML, CSS, we've talked about personal growth, but there's this piece that matters so much. It's a piece that is key to software engineering. I know. You see, you have to learn from someone. It doesn't, even if you go through university, you have to be taught by a lecturer. If you go to a college, there's a lecturer. If you go direct to the market, there's an engineer. If you just decide to go to a boot camp, there are technical mentors. So on this specific episode, we're going to discuss is you learning code from a boot camp worth it? What does it mean, and how does it impact your coding skills? And what does it mean essentially? And is it important, and is it worth it? Is it, because you have to pay for it? You have to pay for it. Is it worth your time? Is it worth your money? And is it worth it? So if you've not subscribed, we're in episode 18. We give you content every day.
Imagine,
we make sure we educate you on new things every day. We make sure you learn something new every day. So for us to be able to push this content, kindly subscribe, hit the like button, and hit that notification bell. And also follow us on Spotify at Coding Lifers, and on Google Podcast at Coding Lifers, and YouTube also at Coding Lifers. And also catch us on Insta at Coding Lifers, and Facebook at Coding Lifers. So we are everywhere. We are at Coding Lifers everywhere.
So there's no reason for you not to follow us.
So we are technically everywhere. So so let's go into it. What do you think, Mike? Have you ever been through a boot camp? Have you had that experience of you going through a boot camp, and how does it feel, and what did it do to you now venturing into tech and all that?
Yes, I have been through a boot camp, and I feel like boot camp is an ingredient where for you to be a software engineer. It plays a key role because it exposes you to an environment which you have not been used to. Because if you have been used to doing things your own way, now you have been exposed to people who run the same from different backgrounds, because a boot camp, there are always different people from different backgrounds and with different skill sets, and now you're brought together and you are doing the same thing. At the end of the day, or at the end of the boot camp, you'll be provided with a project which you're going to work on. And yes, I find it like a very important part, because for you to be a satisfied software engineer, you must show that like you went through a process.
We see.
Because I think, can you compare it with internships?
You see, software engineering is a special. It's a different kind of field. Yes, in this relation, we are discussing, is bootcamp really something? Okay, but you see, software engineering, it doesn't matter where you learn. It doesn't matter. Even if I wake up today and just go through YouTube, or I wake up today and go through somewhere else, at the end of the day, what matters? Am I able to solve that? You see, as I said on a previous episode, software engineering is about solving problems. You see, but the one thing that stands out on this specific way of learning software engineering, the bootcamp way. You see, you're green, you just come maybe from the village, you just fresh from high school, and then you join a specific bootcamp. Yes, as you've said, you meet diverse. You see, the diversified. You have different characters. You have different people with different IQ levels. There are those that learn fast, there are those that learn slow. And what it does, it gives you that it gives you it challenges you, and at the same time, it gives you room for you to be able to be to help others. Because you see, bootcamp, the one thing that really stands out for me when it comes to bootcamps is the aspect of peer programming. You see,
peer programming.
If you want to learn more about peer programming, we have an episode on the practices, extreme programming practices, that we covered. So peer programming, it's where you just share knowledge and work on a common goal as a group, which is very interesting, because you see, people think different at a different pace. There are those that think very fast, and there are those that do not react fast, but they think they are so keen on what they give. See, there's a person that they won't react like, oh, I know the solution to this. They're just there, just thinking. But whatever solution they come up with, it's genius.
You see, there is a saying that goes, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go with people.
If you want to go very far, programming, it's not like other courses or other careers. You have to be around people, because you see, you yourself, you're not enough in programming, because there's no one in programming right now. There's no software engineer right now you can tell me that they know all the languages and they're able to sort all the problems in a second. There's no one. You see, so you need to consult. You need to have those one-on-ones. So you see, boot camps, it instills those practices in you by default, because you're given a problem to solve as a group. You go through a specific curriculum as a group. You have a specific problem as a group. You have to go. You see, you have to think. How do we? You see, the how do we? Not how do I?
The I.
You see, because when you say how do we, you yourself, you even thinking. If you bring a solution, I bring a solution. My solution might not be sufficient, but if we combine my solution and your solution, you would be surprised what that does. You see what it does. You just supplement each other. You fulfill.
Like it's a complete package.
You become a complete package, because you're able to you bring your thoughts and your thinking, your way of thinking, and you get to solve us. Maybe it might be a huge problem or a minute, but you're able to solve in a very short period, which might surprise you. So that is one of the characteristics or the practices that you might pick up from a bootcamp. And the other one is connections. You get to meet people. Who are you? You see,
long-time friends. They become your friends.
You meet a generation of, because you're young, you meet a generation of young aspiring engineers that want to learn, that want to venture into tech. And then maybe after 10 to 5 years, then you meet those guys. They're successful. You see, you're like, you see, it's different when I approach you and you don't know me, you don't know who I am, and maybe I want you to give me an input on something, or I just want you to recommend me someone. So it's different. But when you have the same background, maybe you went through the same boot camp, you already have a base of communicating with that specific person. It doesn't matter who they are. They might be the CEO somewhere, but you have a base. You tell them, Bana, we went through Moringa somewhere.
Or company X.
Yeah, we went through wherever together. You see, you have a base of communication, and you've already set up that I can comfortably speak to this person. Because I had at school X, I had like 6 to 8 months. We had like continuous 6 to 8 months, and we bonded. You see, it creates that bond of understanding. Because you see, he knows whatever he did or whatever he has done along the years. Maybe he did things that due to lack or something. Along the way, he got successful. But you see, for you, maybe things didn't turn out well as you thought. But you see, he has a base to say, we went through the same school with this guy, and I'm obliged to step in and help the guy. We have a common history. We have the same history. We have the same background. You see, so it gives you the bond. And also, in a boot camp, you see, you get to learn a lot. Because you see, like at school X where I went, we were being taught by technical mentors, and technical mentors were students. So they went through the same process, the same curriculum, the same process, the same structure. So you see, you don't have a reason to say that, hey, maybe you may give up. You see, so you know that this person made it, and it's not like they're that special or this for power. It's just that they added more effort, and they wanted to learn. And in a bootcamp, you learn a lot because you are learning from so many people.
And also to mention, another thing you can learn from the bootcamp is the plus skills or the plus because I remember back in company X, there was a session that we were learning about soft skills. And every day we had stand-ups in the morning, and each and every Friday we had that part to, we were just contributing each other, like an interview section where a person seated there and you hear, you kind of had this dialogue like an interview, and that builds soft skills, which is an add-on.
Come to even think of that. At school X, you see, on like the class I was, every Friday we also had you were to stand in front of the whole class. And every person had like a schedule. So you had to go research a new technology or a new way of doing things, and come present it in front of everyone. At first, like for me, when I was joining software engineering, at first I was a bit shy. You see, I've always been that shy, and speaking to people, communicating out the message fluently was a bit because you see, you are like, hey, what would they say if I shrub or whatever? What are we going to do? You have that mindset that is wrong. That
I think it's the inner voice that tells you how people are going to receive my message.
You see, those are like on Fridays we had those ones. So you had to like present. That's a class. You had like a class of 40
guys.
Yes, that's a class. We had like a hall, so it was not big. School X is resourceful banner. And then there's another one that was happening every Monday. Now this is different. Yeah, with me. This one, you had to go. Same thing you were doing in your class. Research. Go just research a specific topic that you're supposed to discuss around. But now you're going to discuss it in front of the whole bootcamp. With the whole bootcamp, I mean this. You see, in school X, we have people who are coming into programming, which is prep. They're being prepared for engineering.
Yeah.
And then we have the core, where these people have gone through prep, and some of them are smart. And then in front of technical mentors, so everyone is there. And you're in prep, it's your first week. Now you have to present, maybe go search something to do with maybe AI, or just go research something to do with maybe an interesting topic about JavaScript or interesting about HTML, just something, or a way of doing things, or go just think around maybe pair programming, because you've seen it firsthand. You see, so you say those specific practices for me, they really played a big role in the way I communicate, because that's how I became outspoken. Initially, I was not an outspoken guy. I used to be shy, and at times I used to swallow my own words. So it would come to that. Yes, I'm not perfect now, but I feel like there's a difference between then and now.
The Mike of that time.
Yeah, I'm a bit proficient and I'm a bit confident. I'm confident because by the mere fact that I'm shooting a video on this podcast, that tells you a million things. That the confidence level of that I have right now is way. So yeah, you see, this bootcamps, they really and because everything is hands-on. You see, like when we entered school X, the first day is orientation. You do orientation from 8 to 1 for us. From 8 to 1. Same. And in your mind you're thinking, because now we've done orientation from 8 a.m. to 1, now from 2 it's just going home. No, you're told now from 2
start from there.
It's coding.
Like boom.
Now it's coding.
It's coding time.
This is your technical mentor.
Enough with the orientation.
Enough with the orientation. Now you know.
Let's get to work.
Because even on you see, even when you're doing orientation, because initially we used to use Atom as our editor.
Nice.
So at this point, when you're doing orientation, they're teaching you how to install Atom. You see, because now the recommended OS was Ubuntu, you need to make sure your laptop is loading on an Ubuntu OS. Yeah, so that's orientation. So it's the first. It's programming and it's orientation. It's not like these are the orientation we have thought that this is
the first day you are showed where is the washrooms.
Yeah. Okay, so this one they teach you hands-on. And then tomorrow morning you are supposed to get to class by 6. Now the previous day you've already been told that now this is the way to do things. You are a group of you and you are a group for this week, because we used to, you see the way we used to handle a program for you to learn from different people. We used to rotate.
Nice.
This week I'm with these guys. Next week I'm reshuffled. I'm with another team. You see, so you have to sit at some point with everyone.
Yeah.
At some point you have to find yourself with everyone. You see, so usually that gives you it also gives you the comfort to work with these guys, because you see, if you don't sit with them, you'll have like, I've never sat with that guy. So
even I don't know that guy.
I don't know that guy. So yeah, and and even bootcamps you make friends.
Long time friends.
Apart from coding, I've made so many friends that we are friends up to now. We are friends up to now. We talk.
And you find yourself helping each other.
Yeah, we do business together. We do other things together. Which So if I was to be asked, is it really worth it for someone to go through a bootcamp? I would say it's 100% worth it. It will give you something that is key and that you won't get from anywhere else. So I urge our audience, if you get a chance, there's so many bootcamps out here.
I'm also remembering, Michael, something else that bootcamp adds on your portfolio, projects.
Yeah,
how can you forget that?
You have like 10 repositories not even 10. You have like 20 repositories.
How can you forget the projects that you start building when you enter the bootcamp?
Yeah.
And then I think they play a good role when it comes to interviews. After the bootcamp, comes, and you are told, show us the project as you have worked on before.
The project presentations, which are key. It's like an interview.
Yeah,
and also I almost forgot one thing. You see, there are specific bootcamps that are unique. You see, when you're presenting your final project, others invite these companies, tech companies.
Whoa.
So they bring the work to you. So some people get jobs, others even get internship, others even get funding for their
from those bootcamps,
from their final project.
If I am you right now, today I'll be fighting to go to the next bootcamps.
There's so many of them. Just pick one, go with it, and you'll benefit a lot. So that's the topic for today.
I feel it was so healthy and
it was interesting because it's something we've gone through, which is interesting. So if there's something we've missed, as usual, make sure to add in the comment section. And make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the post notification bell for you to receive this content and much more. And as usual, we are the Coding Lifers and we are the mics. So see you next time. Cheers.
Adios.